Encyclopedia Britannica. Anybody remember that? Anybody over 30 remember that? The books are the same color. Remember it? And this used to be a symmetrical building until they had to destroy one of the bays of windows to expand this bridge, expand this street. LaSalle Street is what we're passing under right now. So I'm sure the architect wasn't too happy about that, but it was done in the name of progress. So there we are. Also, continue on your right, we're gonna see a lovely little restaurant down there called Chicago Cut. They gave me this fancy little pen I have on my badge. Also, they have really, really good food. I recommend checking it out. Right next to it, we've got a short skyscraper. This is the Chicago School of Psychology. It was built in the first Chicago School of Architecture. This is when Chicago first started coming up with its own design. It's got the base, the tall capitol in the middle, and the tall shaft in the middle, and the capitol at the top. It's called a tripartite design. The Merchandise Mart is an example of Art Deco. Art Deco is typically stylized by having deep inset windows, vertical racing stripes, with a little geometric designs. So the Merchandise Mart is so big that it used to actually have its own zip code. It has, it still has its own train station. It has about 38 elevators inside. It's got over 4 million square feet of floor space. It has the largest amount of floor space, or it had the largest amount of floor space of any building in the world when it was made in the 30s, until the Pentagon was built and beat it out for the largest floor space. So yeah, it was owned by the Kennedys for about 50 years, and they put those in the front. We might talk about that again on the way back. So now we are entering Wolf Point. Wolf Point is where the main branch of the river joins with the north and the south branch. And it makes this little Y shape, which you will see mysteriously around Chicago. You see a lot of little funny Ys around, and it's representing that shape of the river. This section is the cradle of Chicago. This is where everything started. There was 3 shorelines, and they started off with 3 taverns, of course, and then inns, and they took little ferries from one side to the other. There was a lot of fur trappers and traders that lived in this area. That's kind of the first business that was going on, and eventually grew enough to become a city in 1833, when it was officially started as a city. Directly in front of you, you're going to see a giant building with a parabolic arch. Kind of looks like a Hot Pocket to me. It is called River Point, the River Point building, and is owned by Hines, but not the ketchup, the other one, Hines, who they do real estate. And so the parabolic arch on the bottom is actually the support, is actually there for support. It is built over train tracks, so they can't build directly over it. So they had that restriction of, well, you can't put any support columns right there. So they got creative, and they put the arch so it goes around the train tracks, around the blue line also is even further underneath there, and ended up with this beautiful design. Also on the top there's a parabolic arch, which is there to match the bottom.